about the is okay. We tend to talk about Spider-Man going public domain by 2023 when Steve Ditko should get the rights back from Disney because Disney is still owning the rights and Disney is suing Steve Ditko's children and everybody else who own Marvel characters and third parties such. So it's interesting to see what happens next in this court case and by this year or next year probably. I'm just briefing out for now in 2023. So you guys watch the video, we're watching our comments, guys, but it's got my channel, NajeeTechPro. We do a lot of news, reactions, and all that stuff. So let's start this today. So let's do this. So it's just very hard to say, but you guys didn't know the Steve Tickle court case still happening. The Steve Tickle children still mad that Binky Woolies over their work that their dad created from Marvel. Everybody's still mad because the stuff we created Marvel, same thing. So I think that it, like, I don't know why it just Disney paid these people um for these the characters they made and they owned back in the day from Marvel when you bought Marvel by 2009 because you gotta understand you guys are Disney's a big company and you don't pay their like you don't pay their I'm just saying right now you don't pay their comic people with how to make compost if you create the character real quick all these stuff I don't know why but I'm just saying so again Disney needs to pay these people royalties of just cookies to settle good or bad news I don't know. But we're going to the article, and then we're going to talk to you guys about this recommended video that I found the other day from Army from Comic Cast talking about this public domain for Spider-Man going back in 2023. So when this court case probably gonna be fair or still be fair. So let's do this. Okay, so legal dispute is heating up between Disney and the creators of Marvel characters, Spider-Man 4, Black Widow, Iron Man, etc. Much more characters like Falcon, Captain America, um, the other characters we see now, and What If, um, waiting for um, Vincent, Scarlet Witch, and other characters we heard before. Scarlet Witch created Marvel, first appeared Amazing Fantasy, Gotham comic book series, and Kiki the Blue and stuff. Even Venom had the comic book for Spider-Man, so I still understand what about Time of Fallen. So I'm just saying for again, Steve Ditko on June 29, 2018, at age 90, in New York City, U.S., and the children own the see of their work with Stan Lee and such, and it's one story I don't want to talk about, but I'm always on Wikipedia right now, and it's all good to know what was good to say about this history with Steve Ditko, how he played Spider-Man with Stan Lee, all that stuff, and Jack Kirby with Fantastic Four. Uh, just doing like Fantastic Four now, all our characters that Jack Kirby made with Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, and actually, they're learning about this. Disney's suing to keep the full rights to Marvel characters, including Spider-Man, Black Widow, and Vision, and Four, and other characters like Black Widow and Scarlet Witch and other characters like Bucky and Captain America, also Bucky and stuff. So I just wanted to get this. Um, this is crazy that this happened now, since it's not just some dumb rumor or dumb we thought it just happened. And I think that Disney will win its court case because But Disney, it's Disney. They want like own Star Wars, they own Marvel, they own anything. Like they'll buy anything that's future now, or buy I don't know. But if Disney doesn't budget and pay these people back, or this kind of corporation might get settled with Disney might pay them royalties, these comic creators instead of all the characters by the day, and games of characters. So I think that's gonna happen. If it doesn't happen, well, something bad happened to Disney or other way around, or but it's just something I just want to talk about. And tell me what you have to be on or me video from Combocast channel about breaking Marvel Spider-Man, why it's too inspired by 2023. And let's react to your video today.
Itself spinning into the web faster than just about every hero on the planet. Recently, there's been suing, counter-suing, and more that's hit the doorstep of Disney and Marvel. And through everything that's going on, we have now learned an important piece of crucial detail in regards to the rights to Spider-Man. And this gets real complex.
Let's do this video, guys, while watching this.
So without boring you with a lot of nonsense, I'm just going to kind of break this down easily on what exactly would happen and what exactly this means. And this part has nothing to do with Spider-Man specifically, but it ties to him and many other characters, just about everything ever created. That's, of course, the free use of characters, aka public domain. After a certain amount of time, every single thing that's ever been created enters public domain. That's just how it is. So, by the end of this decade, for example, Disney can bring in an anchor called Superman and make their own Superman movie as part of the MCU. Yes, that's what it means to have public domain. We've recently seen this trend of people celebrating that Disney is going to have to give up the Mickey Mouse brand, or at least the Mickey Mouse name, to public domain. But they don't realize just part of the course. People are trying to celebrate what is literally going to happen. Now, something interesting that happened is Disney should have already given up Mickey Mouse to public domain. But in the late 90s, they argued, of course, that they should be able to hang on to the character for another few decades. And due to Disney and what they were demanding, public domain was extended. And the irony in this is, when that was extended, at the time, Disney did not know, but a decade and a half from then, there would be no ego battle or Spider-Man. Had they not extended the Mickey Mouse and the public domain thing, they would actually just outright own Spider-Man right now. Which brings us to today's topic of discussion, and the brand new lawsuit updates that we're discovering from the Ditto estate. Essentially, Marvel is set to lose the rights to Spider-Man in June 2023. Now again, this is going to be a long and legal and seek process. Inevitably, Spider-Man will be public nothing, Disney or anybody about it. Just like Batman is going to enter public domain. Superman, everything that's been created enters public. Some of those weird where you're like, why is there like 2 versions of Peter Pan on film or 2 Jungle Books? Like, what is going on? Well, public domain. So we are going to get to that point in the next 15 to 20 years where Marvel and DC characters are entering public domain and the rival can use them. Now, if Disney is going to fight this, is going to be interesting because what the Ditko estate wants is a little bit more. Like, essentially, they would, and from my understanding, this still isn't made fully clear, they would want to regain the character outright and then shop them elsewhere and possibly prevent the version that's existed in Marvel from continuing. But again, the language here is so complex and so jargon and nonsensical that it's going to take a little bit more clearing up. But this could get really interesting, and depending on what decision is made and how they battle this, this would have a huge ripple effect on everything. We're not just talking Spider-Man. Like, we are talking every single thing that exists that's an IP that's going to enter public domain, because once somebody is granted something like that, or it expires and they can somehow make a claim to it and could possibly win, it's going to be nonstop flood of more of these lawsuits and more filings and more legal jargon that could literally change the face of entertainment. And we've seen it to a smaller scale with digital releases and films, but this right here would be astronomical. Like talking, changing the face of how entertainment operates going forward. And funny enough, it would all be around Spider Man. So let's just wait and see what mess happens next.